A new project is raising money to help both ranchers and the wolf reintroduction project. 9 News is digging into how much money has come in so far and what it's getting spent on. Plus, new body cam tech is helping police break through language barriers during traffic stops. We'll show you how it works. And hundreds of structures are now being threatened by a growing fire burning in our state. The effort to get this wildfire contained this morning. Good morning, happy Sunday. Taking a live look outside over downtown from Coors Field this morning, starting out in the low 60s, but we'll creep up just a little bit. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lauren Scafidi. Let's send things on over to Weather Impact Team meteorologist Jaden Knowles. Jaden, we're going to be a little bit warmer today than we were yesterday, but you're tracking some storms.
I am tracking some storms once again, making its way in the afternoon hours. But right now, good morning to you, Lyman. You're waking up to the dense, foggy conditions. I mean, very low visibility there, and that should start to lift up here over the next couple of hours. It's already starting to improve, but I know it doesn't look like that on the tower cams. But trust me, you'll start to see some more sunshine maybe around lunchtime this morning or this afternoon. Current temperatures right now, nice and cool as you're heading out the door this morning. The low 60s, 62 at the airport, 64 right outside in our backyard. Temperatures across the entire state, the low 60s for the eastern plains, 40s and 50s in the high country, the western slope, the upper 70s. So nice and comfortable so far as you're heading out the door. But once again, we will be tracking some showers and thunderstorms. I mean, so far, radar is nice and dry across the state of Colorado. But for the most part, this storm just towards the east of the state was severe, but once again, it's not in the state. We also saw some isolated showers towards the western slope. But today's high, there it is, a little bit warmer than yesterday. The low 80s, of course, I'll talk about the timing and the details and really what to expect as we head into your brand new week in my full forecast. Lauren?
Thank you so much, Jaden. The Derby fire burning north of Datsero is growing even bigger. It's now more than 4,000 acres in size, and it is still not contained this morning. Officials say high winds have pushed the fire towards the Sweetwater Canyon area. Firefighters are now working to secure more than 350 structures in that area. Firefighters have been working around the clock to protect structures in the area, and some communities nearby are still on a mandatory evacuation order. Rob and Tina Clark can see the Derby fire burning just beyond the ridge their home backs onto. Their home has been in the family for 6 decades now, and it's something they'd like to pass on to their children someday. The Clarks say most of their neighbors have left. Their zone is under pre-evacuation status.
Right now, it smells like there's a dozen guys smoking cigars in our house. I've been honestly, waking up in the middle of the night dreaming of fire coming down the mountain next to us.
The fire was sparked by lightning a week ago just north of Datsero. There are close to 400 people helping with the firefight. Crews continue to make good progress on the Lee fire burning in Rio Blanco County. It's now 86% contained. Officials say it's about 137,000 acres, or about 215 square miles. It's burning west of the town of Meeker. It's just 3 acres shy of becoming the 4th largest wildfire in state history. With cooler temps and more moisture in the forecast, firefighters are hoping it'll help bring that containment up. No charges will be filed against a Greeley police officer who shot and killed a man armed with a knife. The Weld County DA says Officer Stephen Weichel was justified when he shot and killed 34-year-old Sean Ibarra. Officers were responding to multiple 911 calls about a man acting erratically and swinging a knife through a North Greeley neighborhood. When Weichel arrived, officers and investigators say that Ibarra ignored repeated commands to drop that knife and instead walked towards the officer. Officer Weichel fired 4 times. Ibarra died at the hospital. The Weld County DA says body camera footage and witness statements backed up Weichel's account. This past week, Mountain View Fire Rescue remembered and honored one of their own. This week, the agency shared their internal memorial for former firefighter Eric Lash. He died in an off-duty accident last weekend. Lash served on Mountain View Fire Rescue for more than a decade, following his father's footsteps. He also served on the Colorado Professional Firefighter Foundation board. His former crew is remembering him with the memorial at their Station 8. That's where he drove Engine 208. You may have seen some new billboards across the state, promising support for 2 sides that have very much been at odds. You've got ranchers and wolves. 9 News reporter Evan Krugel found out how much money has been raised so far and what it's being spent on.
The best billboards have a way of catching someone's eye. with big letters, big pictures, and big messages.
Sending the message that wolves and ranching can coexist in Colorado.
Denver drivers who look to the right of Frank Azar may now see this billboard on 6th Avenue. It's the latest promotion for the Born to be Wild license plate, which raises money for conflict mitigation between ranchers and wolves.
All the funds from the plate go directly to Colorado Parks and Wildlife to support non-lethal conflict mitigation, meaning those funds can go to support ranchers with range riders, livestock guardian dogs, fladry, and other acoustic and visual deterrents to help to live alongside wolves and to prevent and mitigate conflict.
Courtney Vale and the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project have now sold roughly 19,000 plates in a year and a half, raising nearly $1 million for Colorado Parks and Wildlife to spend.
Every little bit helps.
Ranch manager Tom Harrington supports the concept, but says he'll be sticking with the traditional Colorado plate.
As the immediate past president of the Colorado Cattlemen's, if I had one of those on my vehicle, I'd probably be completely disbanded forever.
Tom has already dealt with depredation on the ranch he manages near Carbondale, and questions whether the money raised from the plates will be enough to do much at all.
A bit of more money by people that perhaps voted for it, were in favor of it, that's not a bad thing in my mind, but I just think it's a drop in the bucket.
Courtney is confident the money will make a difference and hopes these signs continue to grab attention.
This is going to go a long way to continue to support producers for the long term.
That was Evan Kruger reporting. Those plates come with a $50 annual renewal fee. That means if people keep them, CPW will have at least $1 million to spend each year on conflict mitigation. The billboards are being put all across the state, but naturally, they're most highly concentrated here along the Front Range, where the overwhelming majority of people who voted in favor of wolf reintroduction live. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says there's a plan for guaranteed security for his country in the next few days. Zelensky said that he's speaking with European leaders about security guarantees for Ukraine. Security for Ukraine has been the focal point of these recent talks between Zelensky, President Donald Trump, and EU leaders. Efforts to have a meeting between Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin have stalled. Russia's top diplomat told NBC News yesterday that Putin is prepared to meet with Zelensky, though the agenda is, quote, not ready at all. The ongoing developments in the war hang over Coloradans with ties to Ukraine who gathered in Lakewood this weekend for an annual festival. They celebrated Ukrainian Independence Day at Belmar Park. This started 11 years ago. Organizers say it's an opportunity for Ukrainians to celebrate their culture and meet others who they share similar life experiences with. Since the start of
Even though we're far from Ukraine, we feel the consequences of that war very directly. Many people have experienced loss of different kinds, homes destroyed, lives lost, and that becomes part of the narrative for these past several years.
There was a group at the festival that sometimes travels from Colorado to Ukraine to offer medical help. They leave for their next mission tomorrow.